from Sheikh Uthman. What is that act?
Barakatuh, brothers Nico. MashaAllah, God bless you.
Yes, MashaAllah.
And you, Jannah, Ameen, Ya Rab.
Uh-huh.
So, almost a week ago, you asked Sheikh Uthman how to find a good wife.
Mm-hmm.
So you ask him two methods to find a good wife. You ask him about dating app. He said no. And you ask what about OnlyFans. He's like, I don't know what is OnlyFans is. It's just totally fine. Yeah. Sheikh Uthman doesn't use those methods. He uses a better method. Exactly, totally different. That's what fits his style. Subhanallah. May Allah guide us all. So he will wait. I'm going to tell you the process. He is going to wait for a friend and see if he can help him. For example, a brother, which is me, I reached out for him because he's a sheikh to fix our marriage. So what I did is I gave him...
Hold on. Before you continue, there's a picture on the top. I want to show it to you. He is posting it. Sheikh Uthman married us in the same day of this picture. So because Uthman supposedly is the imam of the mosque where they live, so this guy, he married an Islamic marriage. And who is the one who performed the ceremony, which is a stupid ceremony, like they put a tissue from the kitchen in the top of each hands, and they say, do you accept this woman, blah, 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 you know. Anyway, so Sheikh Uthman is the one who performed their marriage, and they are close friends, very, very, very close. They are brothers. They are really brothers. And as you see here, he took a picture with Sheikh Uthman the day Uthman married him as a sheikh to his wife. Now, for sure, you will not see the wife because the wife's Muslims, you know, she will be in the bed waiting naked. So, Uthman is the one who did the ceremony of marriage between this guy and his wife. Okay. So now we continue because you know, like in the video, you did not see that part where he is showing. That's why I wanted to stop the video so you can see a better image. All right. So now, let us go a little bit back so we can, you know, carry on.
So he will wait. I'm going to tell you the process. He is going to wait for a friend.
Guys, what is the problem? The guy, he got married from other women, from a woman. Sheikh Uthman is the one who performed the marriage. What the problem? Why this need explanation? This guy talking about his wife. He married us. Do you think he married Uthman? Like, does it come to your mind that he is saying that he married from Uthman? So he married his wife, and the one who performed the marriage is Uthman. Is it complicated? All right. So, oh boy.
Those methods. He uses a better method. Exactly, totally different.
So they ask Nico, he asked Uthman how to find a wife. Nico, he want to find a wife. I mean, I mean, those guys, they sleep with women every day. I don't know. And Muslim women, you know, just to show you how cheap this religion is. Just wait. Because there's more videos to show. I mean, go.
May Allah grant you Jannah, Ameen, Ya Rab. So, almost a week ago, you asked Sheikh Uthman how to find a good wife. So you ask him two methods to find a good wife. You ask him about dating app. He said no. And you ask what about OnlyFans. He's like, I don't know what is OnlyFans is. It's just totally fine. Yeah. Sheikh Uthman doesn't use those methods. He uses a better method.
Like what?
Exactly, totally different.
What?
That's what fits his style. Subhanallah. May Allah guide us all.
Uh-huh.
So he will wait. I'm going to tell you the process.
Yeah.
He is going to wait for a friend and see if he can help him.
Oh.
For example. A brother, which is me, I reached out for him because he's a sheikh to fix our marriage. So what I did is I gave him my wife's number because we have some trouble I had trouble between me and my wife. So
guys, is his sound good? Is his voice coming good? Somebody's saying put his sound higher. Do you hear his voice fine? Is his voice in the video is fine? So the one is complaining, obviously you have your, the problem from your side. So, okay, so this guy, he have a problem with his wife, which he married through Uthman, because Uthman is a sheikh, as you see. So, which is normal for him. He have a problem. It's like, you married in a church, and the priest there, this is the priest of your church, and he is the one who married it to your wife. So you ask him, can you, talk to her, help us to solve the problem? So things can happen this way. Nothing wrong with it now. So he is doing the right thing. I mean, he go to the sheikh who he trusts most, and he is a friend to him, and always they take pictures and they praise each other. And now he have a problem. So he went to Uthman, asking for help to fix what? His marriage. Uthman, for sure, he will fix it very well.
I reached out for him because he's a sheikh to fix our marriage. So what I did is I gave him my wife's number because we have some trouble I had trouble between me and my wife. So I trusted Sheikh Uthman, I know him, and then I was on his table in Balboa Park.
MashaAllah, he's one of the du'at here. He went on a cross-country da'wah.
Look, he is praising him now. The guy, MashaAllah. The funny is, you will find every scumbag from those Muslims in YouTube, they say, MashaAllah, MashaAllah, his wife, her ass is beautiful. MashaAllah, her vagina is delicious. MashaAllah, I'm going to take her from her husband. MashaAllah, he is looking at his victim. So you see, he is praising the husband. They are friends, MashaAllah. They are a very religious community. I mean, what we can say, you have to take it as it is. MashaAllah, So, MashaAllah, etc. Man, his wife, she's something, huh? MashaAllah. Yeah, we have to praise Allah for that.
I gave him my wife's number because we have...
What you did. Hold on. So you are a Muslim conservative. You make videos to spread Islam. You grow a beard. You claim you are doing Dawa. And you idiot. You give your wife phone number to Uthman. And what happened next?
Wait for a friend and see if he can help him. For example, a brother, which is me, I reached out for him because he's a sheikh to fix our marriage.
He will fix it.
So what I did is I gave him my wife's number because we have some trouble I had trouble between me and my wife. So I trusted Sheikh Uthman, I know him, and then I was on his table in Balboa Park.
MashaAllah.
MashaAllah.
He's one of the du'at here. He went on a cross-country da'wah trip.
So I gave him her number to fix our marriage.
He fixed it very much, yeah.
And then after 2 days, my wife, she completely blocked me, and I know nothing about her.
Stop. Let us be honest here. You ask him to fix the marriage. She fixed it. He fixed it for you. That's it, no headache. She blocked you. Now remember, this woman, she is his wife still. They are not divorced. She just left the house. So even legally in the state, she cannot go and marry a different person, And even in the state, if she sleep with different men, she is fornicating, This is a fornication, nothing more. So what happened now? After he gave his phone number to Sheikh Uthman, because Sheikh Uthman is the good man you can trust to speak to your wife, halal, his wife suddenly, she blocked him. She didn't want to talk to him just 2 days after. Man, Sheikh Uthman must be very fast. Don't you think, you idiot? He is speaking to her already for a long time. I think what happened, that his wife, when she is talking to him, she told him, why you don't let Sheikh Uthman to talk to me? So she want to make it like, in case he discovered that he is talking to her, because there is no way. In 2 days, 48 hours. After Uthman get involved, she blocked you. Okay, what happened? So Sheikh Uthman now he texts her, he called her, they speak, and the camera is on, mashallah, and he advised her to do what?
It's our marriage, right?
Mm.
And then after 2 days,
Yeah.
my wife,
Mm-hmm.
she completely blocked me.
Yeah.
And I know nothing about her.
Oof.
And I told Sheikh Osman, what happened? Why she doesn't talk to me? She's like, she doesn't want you. That's it.
Sheikh Uthman, he was sent to fix it. He told him, just don't talk to her, man. She don't want you. That's it. No negotiation. Why? Because Uthman, he took the wife.
Don't bother her anymore. I'm like, okay. I was like, okay, well, this is my fate. So I got suspicious a little bit. Like, what's going on? So somebody told me that she got married, like after a month of.
What? Somebody told him, I'm just showing you what he's in top. Married as a second wife, and she cannot reveal his identity. So he's talking about a video made by his wife, speaking that she got married to a husband, but she cannot reveal his identity. Remember really Dawa making a video about second wife? This is the Islamic society. Oh boy. So listen, the wife, she made a video saying that she got married. But you cannot get married. You are still married. How you get married? You're not divorced yet. And she cannot reveal the one who married her. Why? Because it's secret marriage. Okay. So now this guy, he became more suspicious. Why she do not reveal the name of the husband? What's going on?
Me of our separation. I was like, this is weird. This is not Islamic way. And then she's still my wife. Why? She married somebody else.
How she
Like,
married?
this is weird. She's a very private person. She doesn't talk to.
I can tell she is very private, especially when we hear her video. You can tell, man. I mean, this woman, she is a private. No comment.
Any guys, okay? So subhanallah.
She don't talk to any guys. She talk only to Sheikh Uthman, you know. I want to ask you how you met her. As long as she didn't talk to any guy. Aren't you a guy too? Or at that day when she started to talk to you, at that time you were a girl. She don't talk to any guys. Mean. Yeah, you remind me of a joke. Like, the guy, he told his friend that his fiancée is virgin. He said, really? I said, yeah. I said, how you know? She said she never saw a private mind like this before. I mean, she saw like 1,000 private parts before. I'm not going to the dirty word, but she never noticed something like this before. She's a virgin, man. She is very virgin. Okay. So, sorry for, tell us the story. Go ahead.
Of our separation. I was like, this is weird. This is not Islamic way. And then she's still my wife. Why? She married somebody else. I'm like, this is weird. She's a very private person. She doesn't talk to any guys. Okay. So subhanallah, I did some research and I found out that Osman married my wife.
How he can marry her? She's married.
Instead of fixing my marriage, he married her. Still, she's still married to me.
Uthman, he married the married women. Married to you? Can you repeat the sentence?
This is not Islamic way. And then she's still my wife. Okay. I was like, okay, well, this is my fate. So I got suspicious a little bit. Like, what's going on? So somebody told me that she got married, like after a month of our separation. I was like, this is weird. This is not Islamic way. And then she's still my wife. Why? She married somebody else. I'm like, this is weird. She's a very private person.
Very
She
private.
doesn't talk to any guys.
Absolutely.
Okay? So subhanallah, I did some research and
Yeah.
I found out that Uthman married my wife.
Mhm.
Instead of fixing my marriage, he married her.
Excuse me. This is the very much perfect fixing. What are you talking about? He fixed everything. I mean, he was busy for the last 48 hours fixing stuff. What are you talking about? Secret wife, and this is, by the way, it's a crime in California. You can go to jail, and the police should investigate because now actually there's a proof of it. Later you will hear a phone conversation between him and Uthman. He forced Uthman to divorce his wife. This guy, obviously he blackmailed him. He will report him to the authority. So Uthman, he recorded Uthman divorcing his wife. But I don't want to burn the movie for you. You cannot tell the Arab a movie. You cannot take him. He will tell you the movie before you watch it. Anyway, so what happened?
So subhanallah, I did some research and I found out that Uthman married my wife. Instead of fixing my marriage, he married her. She's still married to me. Islamically, she's still married to me. Subhanallah, may Allah guide him. I don't know, subhanallah, this is not Islamic.
Do you think Allah did not guide him by making this happening and fixing your wife? What are you talking about? Isn't it the Quran says everything happened to you by the will of Allah? Bad or good? Now you deny destiny? It's destiny. When they asked Muhammad about fornication, he says every human being, he have his portion of adultery, which he must commit as his fate. So this is Allah, Allah, he made this happen, brother. Allah behind it. Allah made you give his phone number to your wife. I think he have it already. Allah made him, like each other to go to bed. And Allah, made him fix the problem. So what happened?
My wife. Instead of fixing my marriage, he married her. She's still married to me. Islamically, she's still married to me. Subhanallah, may Allah guide him. I don't know, subhanallah, this is not Islamic. This is not, I don't know what to say. Subhanallah.
Not Islamic. Isn't it your prophet? He took his own son wife. What are you talking about? Isn't it your prophet? He went to his own son wife when she was at the house of the husband. And he flirted with her and he said to her, please be to Allah, the one who made my heart to flip for you. See, Allah is the one who made his heart to flip for her and his penis too. Come on, brother. This is very Islamic. What are you talking about? If your prophet did it, why Uthman, the ketchup boy, would not do it? He was catching up with your wife.
So this is the way that Uthman pick up his wives. And guess what? She's the second wife. And then this is the testimony of my wife, that how did she find the new husband?
Oh, now listen, guys. His wife is the one, she is very private. Remember, he said she is very private. She don't talk about anyone, but she is posting this online. Listen.
You judge. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Walaikum assalam.
So I'm a second wife. My husband had a first wife before we got married. Him and I were not looking to get married, at all. There was a guy that was trying to marry me, and he gave...
There was a guy, he was trying to marry me. See, I told you, this is not 48 hours. You see? There is a guy, he was trying to marry me. And she's talking about what's going on when she is married. There's a guy who is trying to marry me. Simply, she is cheating with him. He's, So there's a guy trying to marry me, but she is married. How he is trying to marry her, and how it is that he is trying to marry her, and she is married, and Uthman, he just got the phone number 48 hours, as the guy said. So obviously, they are talking to each other, and there is some kind of shukutuku. for a while. So this is the wife telling her story how she found the new husband in eBay.
Of me, of our separation. I was like, this is weird. This is not Islamic way. And then she's still my wife. Why? She married somebody else. I'm like, this is weird. She's a very private person. She doesn't talk to any guys. Okay. So subhanallah, I did some research and I found out that Uthman married my wife. Instead of fixing my marriage, he married her. Still, she's still married to me. Islamically, she's still married to me. Subhanallah. May Allah guide him. I don't know. Subhanallah. This is not Islamic. This is not, I don't know what to say.
That's not Islamic, absolutely. Yeah.
So this is the way that Uthman pick up his wives. And guess what? She's the second wife. And then this is the testimony of my wife that how did she find the new husband? You judge. Assalamu alaikum.
So I'm a second wife. My husband had a first wife before we got married. Him and I were not looking to get married, like, at all. There was a guy that was trying to marry me, and he gave my current husband my number saying, please call her for me, blah, blah, blah.
Did you hear it? This guy is telling the truth. There's a guy trying to marry me, and my husband gave him the number. He's not lying. This is what happened. We just heard it. So there is a guy trying to marry me, and my husband, he gave him the number. You know what? I have a headache. I don't want to go online, but I saw this story. I said, I better go. I was planning to go tomorrow. I have a light headache, but my brother, your wife, she made my headache fly. So your wife, she just said that the guy you gave the number of your wife to him, already he's trying to marry her. Trying. And the husband, he gave her a new husband the number, and he said to her, call her. That's a good one. I love it.
So I'm a second wife. My husband had a first wife before we got married. Him and I were not looking to get married, like, at all.
Just a casual sex, we are not looking to get married. Yeah. It's just like boom, boom, here, there, Like, are you bored? Okay, join in the board. Take a ticket. All right.
That how did she find the new husband? You judge. Assalamu alaikum.
So I'm a second wife. My husband had a first wife before we got married. Him and I were not looking to get married, like, at all. There was a guy that was trying to marry me, and he gave my current husband my number saying, please call her for me, blah, blah, blah. And he called me. He was like, look, I'm only calling you because this guy won't get off my butt. And we talked.
Uthman, he told you that this guy, he don't want to get off his butt? That is very sexual too. What do you mean his butt? You just said he's trying to marry you. What do you mean I'm only calling you? Okay, and what happened?
For like 2 hours, we ended up really being fond of each other.
Uh-oh, it took Uthman 2 hours. Guys, he called the women because the husband asked him to call the wife. After 2 hours, they are in love. 2 hours. How many days? How many days? 2 hours. I mean, she must be very decent. Listen, she knew she's married. She knew that this guy, the Shiek, after 2 hours, Uthman, he said to her, do you like me? Do you? Do you miss me? Do you? Do you want me? Do you? Let us do it. Let us do it. Let me do. She answered, yes, I do. Ask Lily Dawa to bring him with you because he's a female and doesn't count as a man like you. Hello? What the heck? 2 hours? I mean, Prophet Muhammad took him longer. Who in the world would believe that in 2 hours you found that you are what? Just say again, what?
The guy that was trying to marry me, and he gave my current husband my number saying, please call her for me, blah, blah, blah. And he called me. He was like, look, I'm only calling you because this guy won't get off.
Remember, she just said, but this guy, he's trying to marry me. So Sheikh Uthman was hitting on her long time ago. Did you know what he said? There's a guy trying to marry me, trying. Now the husband, he told Uthman to call her. The same guy who is trying to marry her many times. He called her now, and he told her, I'm calling you just because your husband, I want to get him out of my butt. And then 2 hours. 2 hours later.
Assalamu alaikum.
So I'm a second wife. My husband had a first wife before we got married. Him and I were not looking to get married, like, at all. There was a guy that was trying to marry me, and he gave my current husband my number saying, please call her for me, blah, blah, blah. And he called me. He was like, look, I'm only calling you because this guy won't get off my butt. And we talked for like 2 hours. We ended up really being fond of each other. He told me, I'll find a husband for you. I said, okay.
You will find a husband for her. What a service he is doing for her. He is doing it charity. La 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 la. I wanna be a sheik, oh la la. All women just call me. I can find a husband for you beside me. La 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 la, what the heck? And this guy in yellow, he's saying, how can he allow himself to speak to his friend wife this way? So this idiot, he gave the phone number to Uthman. Uthman, he called the women. 2 hours, they like each other. And Uthman, he said, I will find your husband, just worry. I'm coming to you tonight to find your husband.
I'll make sure you approve. He said, no, I'm going to find a husband for you.
Oh, no, listen. She said to him, I want to be sure that you approve. Uthman have to approve the husband. He is her daddy, mommy, daddy, family. Uthman. You see what is the beauty of Uthman in San Diego? He is working so hard.
I said, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then we ended up getting married.
We ended up getting married. That's it? You jumped there? What happened between? Come on. What do you mean all of this is in a few days? Man. So far.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers Nico. MashaAllah, God bless you. May Allah grant you.
Okay, this is the same video. Let us go to the second video. Shall we? Shall we? Is Uthman a zani, which means he is a fornicator?
1.
So now, this guy, he asks Nico to ask Uthman an honest question. How many wives you have?
One. Alhamdulillah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers Nico. I hope you're doing well. I have a request. Can you ask Sheikh Uthman how many wives he had last October? And then ask him again.
Last October? There's any update for we are in November now. Uthman, he married her for a few weeks, and this guy, he forced him to divorce, otherwise he will report him. So the guy, he dumped her. So they want to go to jail, So, and he recorded the phone call, actually. You will hear the phone calls. So go, tell us what happened.
he had last October. And then ask him again, why you divorced your second wife 15 days ago?
How many wives do you have?
One. Alhamdulillah. You know.
You will notice how the liar, it took him some time to think about it. You see, notice. The idiot Nico, he asked the question, right? Why Uthman is pausing to think what he would say. Notice with me carefully.
One. Alhamdulillah.
See the fake answer? Listen.
Second wife 15 days ago.
How many wives do you have?